on, you have to make your debut even though your tongues are dripping. This is Sapphira and Artemis. They are a little over 4 months old, half Australian Shepherd, half Catahoula leopard dog. And they don't like Lance at all. But they really like food. So we've had them out here for a little bit. So now they need to go inside and get something to eat and cool down.
Cool down.
Okay, come on, let's go. So we have armadillos. They're magical armadillos too.
Yes.
So we were out here one night with the dogs and we have flashlights. We've since installed some motion sensor lights out here, but we have flashlights and we had the dogs out here running around. And we went that direction, and when we came back there were 2 armadillos here. It was the weirdest thing ever. Like, where the heck did they come from and how come we didn't hear them and why are there 2? They're usually solitary. And
yeah.
It was very strange.
The dogs noticed them, knew they were there, and they were constantly looking over this way. But we didn't know, we looked, we didn't see anything. And we're looking the other direction with our flashlights and all, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're just right there.
Armadillo.
Ninjadillos.
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 Yes. So we are putting this on here because the dogs have figured out how to run through the gates. They were really good to begin with, but we made the mistake of me taking them out at the same time when Christy was getting ready for their lunch, and Artemis knew exactly what she was doing, was not happy with going outside. I brought them out here, I ran them around just a little bit. Artemis actually ran back over by the barn and then immediately turned back around, went right through the gate and on up to the back door. I'm like, oh crap, I'm freaking out because
You still got Sapphira out here loose.
I got Sapphira out here still, and I don't know where she's necessarily running to. Something at least.
Yeah,
Maybe need another one.
just do this.
So, ran over there. Of course, Sapphira followed me up to her. So I went ahead and took her in because she was inconsolable. She just wanted her food. So we came out a few more times since then. Smart dogs. She knew exactly.
She was very smart.
She knew, hey, the food's inside, we're outside, I'm hungry, I'm not wanting to play. And there's been a couple times now where she's run through the gate. So yesterday we went out and we bought some of this stuff to put on all of the gates. And we are finishing up the 3rd one right now, so we're almost done. Then we can actually safety test it later.
Safety test, yes.
Yes, we'll safety test it. Yep.
So today, really what we're doing is starting a new project.
Yes.
Because we have baby chicks coming in September. So that means we need room for them because, let me turn you around.
And if you have been watching our show, you say, oh, you have plenty of room. However, we're using the brooding coop right now for our Bantams chickens.
Yeah.
And then we're using the rest of the area for all the other
full-size
breeds,
chickens.
the other species that are much larger.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is build what we're calling the tiny coop. We're going to build a tiny coop, and it's going to go right there where he's standing. And then their run is going to go over that way. So it's going to be about 6 feet out from the actual aviary, out this way. And then the building itself will be 6 by 8. And then they'll have a 6 by 16 run, which will be bigger than what they're in right now.
Yeah.
So
it'll give them more room.
It'll give them more room, and it'll give us our brooder back so that we can have a place to put chicks.
And that's probably about the size of most people's chicken
Actual
coops
chicken
for
coop, yeah.
a lot of chickens, but Yeah. Of course, nowadays the price of wood, this will cost us almost as much as the big one did. Years ago.
No. You're funny. You're funny. But what's comical to me is how we're like, oh yeah, we could build that, and the first one took us like months of planning and drawings and research, and now we're like, oh, this is what we want, and we know exactly what we need to go get and how to do it, you know?
We're gonna build this sucker in 15 minutes.
Isn't that amazing though? Like yesterday we were like, boom, 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 and we knew exactly what our cut list was and all of that.
Yeah. Pretty close, except then we changed in the middle of the day.
That's okay.
To what we were doing. But we figured that out really
But we
quickly.
figured that out relatively quickly too.
We've got these solar motion sensor lights in 4 of the corners of the run right here. So obviously this one will move over to here later on. But we've got one in this corner, one on that corner, and 2 down in the corner over there. We just got some more, so we can add some additional ones. We'll figure out how to mount one over here, and we want to mount one on the corner. However, since we're going to do this chicken coop, it'll just be mounted there temporarily, and then we'll mount it to the corner of the chicken coop later. But what should be fun is today we plan on just trimming all this stuff out. We bought the supplies that we need to make the floor. So we've got the
concrete, the wood, and then the actual wood.
Yeah, we've got the floor wood, and we've
floor
got
wood. Food. I said the actual food. The floor
food?
wood.
We
Yes.
got the food.
The food.
So we got the wooden food, and then we got the food to go on top of the wood. Yeah.
Yeah, but leveling it's going to be the hard part. That's always the worst part. But you have to get that right, otherwise everything else is wonky.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it's still going to be large. I mean, it's going to be 6 feet out, right about here, and then it's going to go to
8
here.
feet.
Yeah, 8 feet.
So 6
so
by
it's still
8.
pretty large. There's plenty of room for us to still walk in there. We're going to modify everything, so we'll make this the run since we already have a wall right there, but we're probably going to cut in a door right about here for it, so we can go in here. The chicken coop itself will have a door, a window, and the chicken door, basically.
Chicken door.
Chicken door. So that's what we plan on doing.
Yeah, so on this one we'll put the window on the east side and the north side because the west side will have that up against it, and then we don't want to do anything to the south because too many storm stuff and hot.
Too many storm stuff.
Too many storm comes from that way and it's too hot.
Yeah, like right
So,
now.
Gonna put you on super speed and we're gonna start that project.
Maybe.
Well, at this point we have 5 blocks in the right place and level, and we're working on the 6th one, and Arthur came to help, and look at that.
Should I tell him
What?
what his true title is? This is Arthur, King of Knight's Helm Farms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the end of day 1, he's just screwing in the last 2 boards. We have the foundation and the floor. The floor framing done. So next we'll put hardware cloth around the edges, like down here and around, so nothing can get under the building, and then put the floorboards on top. So that'll be in our next installment at Knight's Helm Farms, where we don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it anyway. Isn't that right?
That's right.